out. Sorry, my daughter's only just finished work, so.
Right, well, everything's looking good at this end. So what I'm going to do, because we got a delay, I'm going to start the stream and just have the counter going in the background with some music, and that's it.
Yeah, cool.
I'm here, by the way, guys.
Ah,
Hey, Brian.
Brian, how you doing, mate?
Good, good. Sorry, I got a little bit caught up.
No,
But
I
I'm
can
here.
imagine. I bet you're absolutely shattered of streaming at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I am a little bit bamboozled mentally. I think that's how I describe it.
Well, I can imagine.
But I feel like I'm getting back to a sane version of myself. So all good.
I must admit, it does. It's surprising how much it does drain you.
It's. I mean, I was trying to explain it to my other half actually, a couple of days ago, and I was like, you have to be like high energy for like a prolonged period of time, and I'm actually quite like I'm naturally quite an introverted person, and so for me, like even the whole concept of talking like solidly for 2 hours, and that's the thing, like you have to be on it,
Yeah.
constantly.
Oh God, yeah. It was more draining than I expected. Let's put it that way.
It takes practice, and it helps if you have like lots of coffee.
Oh no, I've stolen that off you. I have massive mugs of coffee.
Yes, that's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it.
It was
I enjoyed what I saw anyway.
It was the NA streams that killed me. 5 o'clock in the morning for me.
Yeah, I mean they started at 3 a.m. for me, and it was it's too much. Asia's not too bad. Like if you on a weekend, there's no issue. And even like because I was on summer hours, so I was basically, if I got in early to work like for like 6 a.m. I could go by midday, get back home just in time to start streaming, you know.
Good evening, everybody. We're still running on a countdown, but we're on a delay anyway. So we're on a 3-minute delay. And we've got quite a few people in already. Wowzers. How many? 13. Awesome. With me, I've got Ian.
Hi, everybody.
The organizer of all this, doing noble stuff for the to help Oscar, which is the reason why we're here, by the way. But guys, the links to the donations and everything is all in the write-up below. So let's feel some love, dig deep. He's almost there, bless him. I had a look yesterday. It was what, almost 400,000, 370,000. It was yesterday, I believe, Ian.
Yeah, it's over 400,000 now. Sorry,
Oh, even better.
Just giving some permissions to people's.
So we're not too far away from that 500,000 milestone. That will mean a lot.
I mean, it's literally a matter of life or death, really, for him. This is basically his last chance. So everybody, dig deep and help if you can. That's all I can say. Right. Okay. So the roll should be done as far as I can see. I'm just going to go and talk to the other team, so I'm just going to dive out.
No worries. So, taking on that, as I said, the reason we're here is, we're going to have a bit of fun with a tournament. It's a showcase tournament between the clan ALBAC and Grump, Bushka's clan. And they're all getting readied up, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to have some fun. It's going to be, Ian tells me it's like a Davis Cup from the tennis type format. And we've got 3 against 3 and 7 against 7, and they get points, and Ian will explain it shortly when it's all readied up. But the reason we're here, guys, is to support Oscar. So seriously, if you can, and only if you can, guys, don't put yourself out of into dire straits. But if you can, we'd really appreciate it if you could hit that donate button and donate to Oscar. As you can see on my stream, I've disabled all the things about subscribe, donate, and blah, blah, blah. It's not here for me. We're not here for that. We're here for Oscar. So all we're doing is streaming it on my channel. That's the only thing. Nothing else. As I said, we're going to be joined by Ian, who's just popped off. Don't worry. We have got the infamous Rolling Swarm here to do the commentary also. So I know that's why all you guys have turned up. He is here.
Good evening, everyone. Rolling Swarm here, and yes, we're here for Oscar. I'm just chipping in, doing my bit, but please do follow those links, and hopefully we can raise that total up a little bit more. The young lad has been through so much so far, and yeah, we really need all the help we can get on this one. So, Fujit.
Yes, mate.
I think this is the first time we're doing like a stream together.
Absolutely, it is. Yes.
I mean, you've been crushing it on the challenges and the Asia Pro tournament as well.
It's really been interesting stuff. I feel for you. Just to let everybody know. Yeah, as Rolling says, I sort of took up the mantle of streaming the challenges tour. Thinking, anybody can do this, and trust me, it's a lot more difficult than it looks. And I only did 2 streams realistically. I did NA and EU, and as Rolling said, I did jump in and help out on 1 Pro Tour on Asia. But what Rolling, Aminet, and R1B, and even PK on Blitz do with the Pro Tours, it's really draining, and it's bloody hard work, guys. And thankfully, everybody's given me so much support in getting into streaming. It's been absolutely fantastic. And I really want to thank you for that, Rolling. You've given me lots of good tips.
Well, I mean, I think the thing in Blitz is we've got like such a talented community. But obviously, we're mostly mobile, got into the game by mobile or on PC, whatever. And you don't necessarily think to go onto YouTube, but we do have, although it's a big game, we've got a huge deficit of people doing content and stuff. And to be honest, if it wasn't for Meadsy69, I wouldn't have had a crack at the whip either. So it's good to pay it forward a little bit in that respect.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think the more people we can have streaming, tournaments, even community tournaments and charity events like this, the better. Because we got such a good platform, you know, for this kind of stuff.
Totally agree. I mean, we saw recently with just the Twister Pro Tour. I mean, the amount of viewers is huge, and I didn't expect to get a lot of viewers on the Challengers Tour, but you know, once people realised it was being streamed, then yeah, they do come. And I think you topped on the first day almost 1,000 views on the one EU tour, the first one you did.
Yeah, the first EU tour, we were pushing close to 1,000.
Yeah.
Amon and Rib actually broke the 1,000 mark.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's obviously the game's huge in the Russian-speaking and kind of like the CIS server region. I think they almost broke 10,000 for their grand finals.
Oof. Well, I've seen some
for a YouTube live stream, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of the Russian streamers, and they're regularly getting like over 1,000 people during their normal streams, because as you say, I mean, it's a huge server, massive player base. But I've seen a lot of them coming over, watching, for example, your streams on the Pro Tour and Aminet streams.
Well, this is the thing, because now we're getting to crunch time and the Twister Cup. These offline finals in Minsk, this is kind of, I mean, with the exception of the Mobile Masters, which are not quite as big and which weren't held this year, that's the only time really you have proper cross-server competition. We're all kind of chipping away, grinding lines in our own little bubbles for most of the year, and you don't really know how the servers compare. And so what happens in the Twister season, the online qualifiers, is, you know, North America kind of starts going, we might be playing EU in a couple of months' time.
Yeah.
Better go and check out what they're up to. And although, you know, the CIS server, they think they're the best, you know, and they're a very scary, large server, big population base.
Yeah.
And even they think, we might be playing EU North America in a couple of months' time. We better start, you know, revising, doing our homework, that kind of thing.
Right, guys, I think we're already up for our first match.
Okay, so run us through it then, Ian. Ian's back on now, by the way.
Hi, sorry, I've been trying to sort the teams out. There's been a few technical issues in the background. Okay, so basically what tonight is a new tournament format, and it's going to be based on what I call the Davis Cup format. So if anybody knows about tennis and they know about the Davis Cup, it's a competition for the men's where you have a combination of singles and double matches. So basically what we've done is transposed it into blitz. So what we're going to be doing is there is going to be a team of 7 players, and they're going to be split into 2 groups of 3 plus a spare. The 2 groups of 3 will each play a best of 5 match. Then there'll be a 7v7 match, and then there'll be the reverse fixtures in the 3v3. Each match will constitute 1 point. So the maximum amount of points is 5 points, so it could be a 3-2 win. And then basically it'll be played until somebody is the first to 3 wins.
Nice. It's pretty interesting. So we're going into a 3 versus 3 first.
Absolutely.
By the looks of it. Is it tier 7 the whole way, or are we?
It's tier 7 for this tournament. Hopefully, if it goes well, then I'm going to set it up as a full community tournament, and then we'll probably look at doing it at tier 10. But for this one, it's tier 7, and it's only Tech Tree tanks allowed.
I was going to ask. I wasn't seeing any Helsings and Draculas.
Exactly. We'd already made the rule, and they all know it's Tech Tree only for this. Well, so there is no Smashers, Helsings, Draculas. Type 62s. Which they're called. So yeah. So when you're ready.
Well, let's take them through the teams. So we got Team A, which is Grump, represented by Kriegs, Luxar, and Asta, against Team B. I don't have the team names, unfortunately, which is Neve, Smeety, and Kill Warrior Destroyer. Interesting.
Yeah, it's
choice of tanks as well. Interesting meta there with that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, when we're ready then.
Waiting for you, Ian. You've got to get ready.
Okay.
Right,
we're ready to go.
Well, let's crack on. Well, tier 7's a very interesting tier, because normally in the tournament formats we only see Tiers 6, 8, and 10. The odd numbers kind of get left out in the cold, and especially with it being tech tree only, we might see some interesting vehicles in rotation. Now, both teams here taking 2 heavies and a mobile element each, which is worth noting. Any observations from you, Fujit?
Well, I think that that LTTB on the ALBAC team is going to be a pain for them. Good old Grump. It's going to be an interesting one. Oh, we've already got we already got the Comet and the LTTB squaring off.
Well, the thing is, Kill Warrior Destroyer in the LTTB spotted up both Tigers from Grump. Now, he might struggle to engage Luxar 10. The Comet's got him pipped for gun depression, although the LTTB should be a little bit sharper in the brawl. Really good armor profile. But he's going to struggle to engage effectively. Now, the Black Prince of the Tiger P from Alba C, well, now Neve has been spotted. But Smeety 99 is still an unknown element as far as Grump are concerned.
Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting that they picked the BP. They're wanting that DPM there rather than because the Tiger. Well, I mean, the Tiger P is a great tank. Oh, there's some tussles going on already with the Comet and the LTTB of Kill Warrior and Luxar.
They're focusing. Looks like there's a focus going on.
Yeah, Kill Warrior is going to have to be careful because he's already down to 50% HP. Smeety is going to have to rotate in to protect it. Great play here by Grump, bringing in the Tiger 1 to kind of take the pressure off the Comet.
Here comes the BP of Neve Stephen, though, trying to help out there. But,
well, the BP
he needs to push into position straight away.
Yeah, but don't forget, Aster Steel is still really unspotted.
He's full health, but he's out of it for the moment. Alba C, if they can push home this advantage for the time being, they could get an edge here. If Grump loses the gun, although Grump are ahead by about 700 HP, if Alba C get the first gun, they could be in a great position. The LTTB dodging the Comet.
Oh, Krieg's Veteran's gone. It's a good move there.
Yeah,
push, good push. Kill Warrior really chasing down Luxar 10 now.
Oh, yeah, and they're coming in behind.
Is gone.
And now Grump are actually in a great position because the LTTB has just gone down to Luxar 10, and I don't think the BP is going to be able to deal with both targets. He's looking for the Comet.
No, that was a great move because it pulled him right away and he just snuck in straight behind and he's really turned the game around here.
Absolutely. I mean, Aster Steel there spent the majority of the game over the far side, but just came sneakily round the back, which is difficult to do in a Tiger P.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what we saw from Grump was, I mean, for me, it was the hit point sharing between Krieg's Veteran and Luxar 10. They kept the hit point pools pretty tasty. But you're absolutely right. Aster Steel came in, got a lot of damage in on the backfield.
Need to swap spawns.
There was the heavies from Alba C really let the side down a little bit in terms of damage output.
I mean, Kill Warrior and the LTTB was doing fantastic stuff there. It really was. And at one stage, when they got Krieg's Veteran gone, I thought, oh, that's going to be interesting. Maybe they can push on to Luxar in the Comet and turn it. But they lost Smeety quite. Well, I didn't expect him to go so quickly in there. I thought the LTTB of Kill Warrior would.
Yeah, but the problem was he came in behind him and he was caught completely unawares.
Oh, absolutely, it was really a fantastic move.
There. Yeah, absolutely, it really pushed into things. Right, if we're ready then, chaps, we better get it going.
Yes, crack on. Well, for me, I think Alba C didn't force home the gun advantage early on.
Yeah,
with Aster. Yeah, with Aster kind of being out of the play for about 30 seconds, they really had an opportunity to do something. Yes. And they didn't seize it.
Okay, so it's swap spawns this time.
Perfect. So we've seen a little bit of a swap. Alba C bringing the second Black Prince. Kill Warrior still in the LTTB. No changes for the Grump side.
No. It's going to be a brawl in the same position almost. Kill Warrior going up there again to spot up. And there he goes.
It's almost the same game. Again, Kill Warrior might get the early info on Aster and Krieg, depending on how these Black Princes. The Black Princes are so slow.
No, that's the problem with them. Haven't got the mobility of the speed. Once they're there, then they can do great things. but until they get there,
Well, the Black Princes have now been spotted up,
really.
and Krieg's Veteran is still unspotted.
Well, Achter's taking the same line in that he had last time, but he's a little bit further. Krieg playing, you're absolutely right, he might be doing the sneaky this game, waiting for ALBAC to overextend and then coming in on the flank, getting some free damage, potentially on Smeaty.
What I've noticed is that the LTTB is running the top gun, so he's going to be struggling with gun depression there. If he'd have had the second gun, he might have been in a better position to get some shots off.
But, I mean, even with the second gun, the Comet still got him pipped for gun depression.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Now, similar to the last game, it looks like there's going to be a slight push here, this time by Aster Steel. And now we've got Neve Steven, unlike Aster Steel going round the flank, he's just coming straight into support. And that's let Krieg's Veteran be almost uncontested. There goes Smeaty.
Oh, they've done it again, they've done exactly the same thing again here.
But ALBAC they're really struggling to damage that Tiger P. And we had about 3 or 4 shots to begin with, not going in at all.
Okay,
so it's looking as
well, they got Aster Steel out there. They got that Tiger P gone, but unfortunately,
it's taken too long getting it on. They should be getting some pramo in there, I think.
And again, the Tiger won this time with Krieg's Veteran, playing a similar role to what we saw last time with Aster Steel and the Tiger P.
It was a good strategy by Grump. They get the Comet with 1 heavy, they pull back, they use the Comet's gun depression, they angle up the Tiger P effectively. They're doing damage without taking it. All the while, the Tiger 1's going around the back, and then he is getting free damage off effectively.
Oh, definitely.
As you can see from the damage dished out there, though, I mean, you got Kill Warrior doing the lion's share, which is fantastic stuff in the LTTB. Interesting stuff.
Okay, so next map is going into his Middleburg.
And potentially we're seeing some changes here. ALBAC Kill Warrior switched up into the T43, Smeaty going into the LTTB, Neve Steven into Tiger P, Grump, no changes.
Absolutely. Different map,
okay.
Middleburg. Be interesting to see the strat that they take on this one.
Yeah, and because it's a 3 versus 3,
I think they'll go up.
I don't know, because I think ALBAC are well positioned to go up. Grump might have to go to the city. It'll take those Tigers a while to climb.
Yeah, okay, well, if we're ready, let's get on with it.
Absolutely.
So ALBAC changing it up, switching from the 2 heavy 1 mobile element to a light, medium, and a heavy. They've got a strong. Oh, we're not on supremacy.
It's an encounter for this round. I'm going to put supremacy on for the 7v7.
We'll try and get a wide zoom here because, as we see there, you've got the Comet of Luxor trying to flush them out. The Tigers are taking the time getting trouble. Oh, oops. Oh, too much zoom.
Smeaty not connecting with Luxor. Luxor getting safe. Manages to get 1 shot off. Again, using that amazing gun depression on the Comet. The British Tier 7 medium. That's one of the best assets that it brings to the field.
Oh, definitely. And it's DPM.
And you can see Luxor 10 here. He's got the Twister 2016 camo. He's had this vehicle for about the good part of almost 4 years, 3 or 4 years now.
Absolutely. It's interesting to see that Neve is doing the flanking mover now on for ALBAC. Just holding
nice
back in
shot into
that Tiger P.
Aster Steel getting a good shot from the LTTB.
Kill Warrior's in trouble here. He's getting focus. Will go down. ALBAC have to pick their targets and focus, but again, Grump picking up the first gun advantage. That puts him in such a strong position. Although the hit points are still very, very close.
Absolutely.
It's good.
But Aster Steel is on good hit points here. Smeaty needs to help out with this Tiger 1. They need to focus.
Well, he's very careful because he's a one-shot to everything.
He's gone.
And there he goes, he's gone down.
But Neve Steven is still on all his HP.
This is going to be a 3-0.
No.
Oh, I don't know. It's the Comet DCM.
Yeah, the Comet is just too good now.
The only thing is his penetration, but 3-0 then.
A strong 3-0 for Grump.
Very strong indeed.
Well done there. So Grump take the first round, 3-0.
A very convincing win, but it's worth this Davis Cup format you talked about. It could be that ALBAC have put all of their best players into the other team, so that this next, next 3 versus 3.
Interesting, because I've seen what are on the Grump side, and there's some very good players to come on the Grump team. So interesting to see.
Well,
right, let me just go and talk to the teams and get their next lineup.
Well, Grump was very, very strong there. That was apparent. I mean, they had some very good tactics. They worked well as a team and focused fired where they needed to. Very impressive.
Yeah, the focus fire was good, and I think Grump. I mean, Luxor Tan in the last game on Middleburg did a great job. Got the spots in, pulled back, didn't let himself overextend, didn't let ALBAC push into him. Kind of kept himself on the table until the 2 heavies arrived. And ALBAC, I don't feel like they're maximising the DP. If you watch that battle back, Grump had when they were in the fight, all 3 of their players were engaging.
Yes.
Pretty effectively. And ALBAC had maybe 1 or 2 shooting, whilst others weren't doing that. And that means ALBAC are limiting their effective DPM output. And that gives Grump the room to kind of leverage the hit point advantage, and as soon as because it's a 3-on-3, one gun is significantly, it's 33% PT. As soon as you go a gun down, I mean, we saw Neve Stephen had a full hit point pretty much towards the end there, but as soon as you go a gun rate, I mean, who gets down? It doesn't matter how many hit points you have, the math hammer will be swung, and you won't be able to clear the enemy before they clear you.
And having the Comet still in there, able to get round the back and just plough shots in while he's being concentrated by Tiger P on the other side, doesn't help.
Yeah. I mean, when it's a 2-on-1, if one tank can find your vulnerable underbelly, get round to the back, you can't angle up to both targets simultaneously. And the Comet actually, because its reverse numbers are so good, I think even like a Tiger 1, Tiger P will struggle to avoid the circle of death.
Absolutely.
But I'm interested to see what other tanks we're going to see at Tier 7. I'm actually thinking, like, what would I drive?
Well, yeah, I mean, tier 7's a tough one, especially when you can only use you can't use the fantasy tanks. so there's no smashers, thankfully.
There's no smash. I mean, I was thinking a T29 might not be a bad thing, and I was wondering. I think the new consumables, I don't know if they go down to Tier 7 or if they're at Tier 8, but they'd be on the Black Prince, the Conqueror lineup, the FV215B, and the T110E5. Starting at, and I don't know if it's at Tier 7. I mean, hang on.
I don't know is the honest answer. I haven't checked myself.
Oh yeah, let's see. Can I find out without having to buy the tank? No is the answer to that.
Well, I've got the tank, so they're not ready yet, so I can check, because I'm still in the room, so I can quickly check. Let's check my Tier 7 British Heavy Black.
Okay. Hi guys, right, I'm back. The teams are all ready, so as soon as I ready up,
sorry, Ian, we're answering a question about what consumables are available to the T29 and the Black Prince.
Ready, aren't I? So hang on a minute. Yeah, just 2 seconds, because I forgot I was already ready. So the Black Prince.
The armor.
Yes,
Doesn't it get the armor?
It does. It gets the armor, reactive armor, and it gets the improved engine boost. So it has got those new consumables. The Black Prince.
So now I think. Now I think actually having the T29 and Pip XL from ALBAC and the T29, I think that's a good choice. I think that's a very good choice indeed.
Okay.
I think we're still waiting. Fizzy needs to go to spectator potentially.
Yeah. Fizzy, can you ready up?
So before we do,
Okay,
looking at
so-
the teams, we've got Grump, we've got Bushful of Bacon, we've got Coggle, both in a Tiger P, Warren in an M41 Bulldog, and on the Alba side, we've got Alba in a Tiger P.
Alba Bushcraft.
Alba Bushcraft, in fact. Fizzy 11,
Yeah.
who's not going out in a Chieftain Mark 6 because he's GNA. The Eduardo in
Hey,
an
but he'll need to be set to spectator.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hold on. Let me put him back.
the
into the
Eduardo
right.
in an IS, and Pipex Sal in an IS.
I thought I'd got him set to spectator. There you go.
That would be a bit of a boost. I don't know if that'd be fair. You might want to reset the scores as well, Ian.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
And I think you need to shove Fizzy into Team B, mate.
Yeah, I'll go to him in a second.
No worries.
One job at a time.
I know. And then you
We're
need to
working
ready
too
up.
Well, I've told them as soon as I'm ready, then we'll be going.
Good.
Well, Grump now with a double Tiger P, the M41 Bulldog, and that's
I've lost
very
Fizzy.
rapid.
Where's Fizzy gone? Oh, there he is.
But Alba C, I'm a big fan of this lineup. 3 heavies. Oh no, they've dropped the T29. I'm not a fan of it anymore.
I love the
Reactive arm.
T29.
Reactive armor on a T29, 20% damage reduction. Yes, please.
Okay, let's go. Then.
Although
We
I am
ready
interested
then?
in the choice of the IS-2, to be fair.
If memory serves correctly, that thing has got a blunderbuss for a gun.
Well,
It has.
hasn't it? It's this typical 1-2-2.
Oh god.
Okay, we're in.
And we're back on Fort Despair again, second round.
Well, yeah, double IS tanks. They'll Alba C will have a good chunk of alpha. Although Eduardo, and actually, is that the top gun on the IS and the IS2?
Well, it could be interesting. He might be playing flanker with the gun to get more DPM.
And those IS tanks, they're pretty fast. Now, Warrenetta 97, red number 1 in the M41 log, Area 52 camo. He is going to be so mobile here. He's got no enemy mediums or lights to contest him.
And
all
he's
three
just
are
spotted up the
up
whole
front.
team.
Perfect job. The M41 Bulldog. It's done. It's done its work. He can go home now, put his feet up, a cup of tea.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Now the interesting thing is, on the Grump team, we've got a couple of people here that like their derpy TD, so I'm quite surprised to see them in heavies.
Well, the TDs in a 3-on-3 can be quite vulnerable. I think with certain TDs, you rely on a bit of a chaotic environment. The 7-on-7.
Look at
I
this
would
move from Warrenetta.
Ah.
He's been spotted now, though, but that was going to be a ballsy move.
Well, he can potentially get behind them. He's unspotted
Absolutely.
now.
He is unspotted now.
But he might.
No, I think he's
But I
going
think-
back onto the fronts now, isn't he?
Well, you can see Pipexel in the IS2 is rotating round to where he thinks he is.
Yeah.
Although Warrenetta spotted, Pipexel is going to get a free shot in here potentially. Yeah, it bounces. That's Eduardo bouncing off.
I missed that one. So
Yeah,
Pipexel's
Warrenetta's
on a
bugged
reload.
out there completely. So they're
If I
trading
were
shots, though.
If I were Warrenetta, I might try and rotate in all the way through the city and come from an unexpected angle.
Absolutely, I'll come through the back, definitely.
He's got so much speed. I mean, he could probably get into the back of Alba C through the city in about 30 seconds, give or take. So if and it looks like that's what he's doing. So at the 4-minute 30 mark, we can expect him to be getting side shots into the Eduardo. Depends how aggressively he pushes in, but all 3 of them are spotted up. Coil and Bushful of Bacon just need to hold there. Oh no, he's gone into the window.
He's been spotted. Oh, he got a shot in though.
But Alba are
Yeah.
bleeding. They are bleeding.
Yeah.
And Grump are as of yet untouched, and they're rocking a 600 HP advantage, which is 10%, no, 20%, more or less. A 20% hit point advantage. Although Coggle has taken a hit.
Oh.
Oh, and Warrenetta took a big hit there as well.
Well, he'll have to be careful that Eduardo doesn't get behind him. And he is bugging out, and that's some Good crossfire coming in from Bushful of Bacon, stopping Eduardo from pushing in. Eduardo
that
getting
really hurt. Yeah,
that
that's
was
hurt
a great
Eduardo.
shot there. That was a great shot into the back there.
Well, Eduardo, now a 2-shot, has got really limited efficiency. And Warren Ether is going to look to engage from range, getting crossfire into Pextel.
I think they need DPM. I think having all these derp guns isn't helping them.
Well, if you take that kind of lineup, you need to be more aggressive. What they're doing here is giving Grump the room to move.
They're giving them everything they need. You know, they're just being pushed into a corner, basically.
But they're trying to flush Bushful of Bacon around to Albert Bushcraft there, but he's got cover from Coggle. What has he now? Yes, Warren Ether is going down towards the IS of Eduardo.
Warren Ether misses the shot. Eduardo's got to get his turret round.
Oh, he's on fire and he's down.
Didn't get there in time, sorry. Yeah, he's
gone. Fire.
No, it was a good double tap by Coggle. But Warren Ether down to a 1-shot. Alba see if they can finish off that Bulldog, they might stand a chance, but in comes the Tiger Peas pushing home the advantage. Coggle looking for a round.
Nice. Albert Bushcraft is 3-on-1.
The odds are not in his favour.
No, unfortunately. He's doing his best. He's trying to put his one side, but his rear is just exposed. Warren Etter's going to have 3 shots, and there you go.
That's it. There you go. And blimey, this is getting a straight sweep so far. So far, Grump have won all 4 games going into this. Alba seem really need to step up to the plate and show them what they can do.
I mean, just looking at the damage differences there, I mean, the Grump team all doing their part in knocking out good damage. And unsurprisingly, I mean, I'm surprised that the IS2's done well there. But, I mean, that Bulldog really did its job. Spotting them up then really caused problems.
Well, Alba see that their critical error was not pushing in, because by kind of letting them... So basically, Grump had the better tanks to snipe and engage at range. The German heavy, the M41. By not pushing in, by not squeezing the map, the M41, we saw him basically ping-ponging around from one side of the other backfield to the other, constantly engaging from camo, you know, striking from the shadows. They gave him that room to do that. Alba C had to be more aggressive with the heavy advance.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So Grump are in control at the moment.
They completely. They don't. You know, this could go into the 7v7, and if it carries on the way it's going, the 7v7 could be the decider. So anyway, teams are all ready. Let's get on with the next round.
Bit of a change here. T71 and a T34-1 on the Alba side.
That's
going mobility.
That is bold. Very bold indeed.
Well, the T71 has got some burst damage.
And it's got good heat pen as well.
That is true, which would be quite handy dealing with those Tiger Peas if they come barreling in with the strong armour. I'm not familiar with the T34-1, it has to be said.
It is a nice tank.
But I think it might, I mean, in terms of speed, it's not looking that snappy. So now Warren Etter in the Bulldog, same plan, same place, same position. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely, yes. Look at what the Eduardo's doing here. He's playing clever tactic there. He's thinking that they're all going to go to the same place, and he's not wrong, to be fair.
And he is pushing in with a little bit of caution, which is worth. That is commendable. But the problem here potentially for Alba C is the Eduardo might get out of position. If he gets
I don't
too
think
close,
so, because your 2 Grump players are right by the cap, and Bushful of Bacon there could be isolated at the back there.
Well, we're going to leave those, and we're going to go over and see what the Eduardo's doing. I mean, here's the Eduardo. He's not spotted yet, and he's got the T71 coming in support.
Well, that's what they need. He can't push in by himself, because if he gets too close to Grump, with the rest of the Alba C team being back in their spawn, if Grump decide to turn around, they will have him. But now
They've basically swapped
switch.
changes. They've basically gone and swapped places.
But now
Well,
they're swapping
T71
again. I mean, we've got Albert Bushcraft there and the Tiger P just holding them on the cap at the moment. They're unsure where the rest of the team is. We've got the Eduardo now, the T31-1 coming round, still unspotted, and the T71 flanking right round the back on his own.
Pip XL, the T71, that's where we need to be. That's one. He's going to be looking for two. He's being spotted. Good connection, but he takes a hit from Warrenetta. But that's
I think he went for the wrong target. He should have been going for Warrenetta rather than trying to get into back of Bushful of Bacon.
Warrenetta's going to push him.
Now he's isolated. And
exactly.
He's going to get focused.
This is what I was worried about. You see how far back
and the Albacete tanks really need to push in now.
Big ram damage.
Oh,
and he's trying to shoot the Tiger P, driving away into the front armor. Pip XL is going to do very well to get out of here alive, and I don't think he's going to make it. Warrenetta teeing up for the kill shot. It's a low roll. Bushful of Bacon will have him as he comes around the corner. But
Bushful of Bacon's focused on Kogel.
The other two are pushed in and they've taken down Kogel.
I don't believe it. Pip XL should be dead. Is dead.
He's gone down.
But Albert C in Eduardo's low. If he peaks here, Warrenetta could have a quick snapshot into him.
Nice into the back of there.
Well, Warrenetta's going to go around to finish him by looks on it.
Well, Warrenetta's got the HP. Will pick up his kill. And Alba Bushcraft going over the top of Bushful of Bacon. He was looking for the Commander's cupola. Couldn't connect.
That could have been. That was 3v3. A single push like that was a ballsy call, but.
Think Fujit was absolutely right. The T71 should have been going for the Bulldog. Shouldn't have been going for the Tiger P.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that was the wrong, because the chances are you were going to get it to bounce off the back.
And whilst they took out Kogel, I mean, the Eduardo really suffered in that encounter. When we saw he was left next to no hit points, which sort of didn't allow Alba Bushcraft to push down heavily to help out the T71, unfortunately.
Exactly, because he had to be babysitting the Eduardo for the first part of it. Well, no, it's 2-0 Grump on match point once more going into Middleburg.
Well, they could be going for a 6-0 clean sweep, and so they can turn their fortunes round this time.
So this is Grump B versus Alba C B. And then I guess what we're going to see in the next best of 5 series is the 7v7. So both A's and B's plus the free agent
person. Yeah.
Oof.
Right. Oh, we've got a T43 and an LTTB now in the Grump camp. They're changing from their heavies.
They're going for mobility.
Oh, and it looks like Alba C are going the other way. Interesting.
Okay. Right, if we're ready, I'll ready up. And
absolutely. So big change here from mobility from the Alba C side to heavy, and heavy to mobility, full mobility on the Grump side.
Well, I really like this lineup by Grump. I mean, 2 lights and a medium, and all very fast. The T43's got fantastic DPM.
Absolutely, and trolley armor as well.
Yeah, I think mobility is the key in 3v3. I think, going as heavies is good in a 7v7, but you need the mobility and you need to be able to flex quick, look for the isolated target and hit as a wolf pack. I think that's
what Alba's doing in these heavies. Oh, blind shots going across already.
But actually what Grump can do is they can get some spots in. Warrenetta will get the spots in. He can, if he's careful, that's not careful at all. But if he's more careful than that, and you see only one spot coming in on Eduardo, Pip XL and Bushcraft remaining concealed. But he's able to kind of get in, get the observation on that area. But maybe Grump, Pip XL's been spotted.
So is Kogel now. Can Eduardo get in? No, he just goes behind the rise. But it's 2-on-3 now. It's 2-on-3 because Eduardo is down in the dip still. And both the Tiger
Bacon.
They're both pushing through to come on the flank.
They're both,
Kogel dancing around Pip XL. They're going for the IS-2. That's the call. Going for the tank in the middle.
And he's gone.
Nice focus fire.
Very good indeed.
And now the next one's bushcraft. This could be the quickest game we've had all evening.
Yeah.
Coggle's down to a
And
one
Watto
shot.
getting
There he
killed.
goes.
And the hit points are in Alba C. They've got a 600 HP lead. If they can focus,
They're
push
both
for
in
bacon,
They want Bushville Bacon gone. Eduardo's on
Warrenetta
full
might
HP,
be-
but he's gone.
Oh,
What's
bushcraft's
Warrenetta
still
gonna do?
hanging in there. If he can survive this, no, he can't.
Oh, good shot by the
Warrenetta.
Eduardo though, just smacking Warrenetta as he tries to get over the hill. Warrenetta's going to
Warrenetta down
stay
to
there.
one shot. 165 HP up against 1300 HP on Eduardo. Eduardo, a blue win rate player. I don't know if Warrenetta is going to be able to push this one home.
Is Warrenetta going for the cap?
Oh no, there's no way he can cap here. That would be
No, he's
telegraphing
gonna
his
rotate
position.
around,
Absolutely.
isn't he?
I think he's just
Warrenetta
trying-
has to be. He has to use that mobility. He has to engage, get one shot off, disengage, get safe, let the camo reset, and repeat. There's no
But he's
other
a
way he
one
can
shot.
do this. Oh,
Oh, he's seen.
Eduardo's coming.
Oh, just Eduardo
Now-
had no shot there. Warrenetta, the buildings came in and helped him out. No end.
He's going to get his.
He's going to use the
Oh, I don't
mobility.
think
Is he
he's gonna
get
make it.
Oh,
No.
Oh, he missed it. Yeah,
He's
there
gone.
you go.
Well
So-
done there. Right.
It's not a clean
2-1.
sweep.
Excellent. So it pulls it back into the next match. So, right, with swap spawns.
You can see there the Eduardo in the IS really knocking out some decent damage in that.
That was and it's interesting because he's not using the top gun.
Yeah.
He's using that.
But I mean, the focus fire to begin with on Pip XL was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Grump did not put a foot wrong. But the Eduardo remaining on full HP, I believe. I don't think
Yeah,
I think-
he didn't take a single. I think he took a bit of track damage, but no damage into the hit point pool. And Grump, yeah, they engaged very effectively to begin with, but they started with such a huge hit point deficit.
Yes.
And Alba C, and it's worth noticing actually the guns that they're taking, because you know it's tier 7, you don't have to focus so much on the penetration values. What
No.
you're looking for here is DPM.
Absolutely. So, look at the lineup now on the Grump side.
From 3 rapid tanks to 3, well, monstrous heavies.
What I'd like to see is 3.
Oh, and there's a T29.
3 Black Princes versus 3 Tiger Ps. That'd be quite entertaining.
Oh,
I want to see the T29.
I think this is the map for the T29. You've got nice hills. You've got nice loads of gun depression places.
I mean,
As long as-
he's not taking it. Pip XL, no.
to be honest, with the reactive armor, with the decent alpha it has,
Yeah.
and the ability to go hull down, I mean, 3 T29s could work. Call me crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I agree. Okay, let's go.
Well, they've stuck with the Tiger P and the 2 ISs again.
Well, it worked for them last time, but now they're up against 3 Tiger Ps. I don't know, I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that Grump might run
And look at the
all of their
extra
tanks
hit
through the
points
city.
they're running as well. You know, they've got an extra 300 hit points to play with.
Oh no, Alba C are going to push through the city.
Oh, it's going to be a
They're
big
pushing
brawl.
through. This is going to be a city brawl. This is.
Well, we haven't seen one of those yet.
No.
And to be fair, the Tiger Ps will have the edge in the city. Good frontal armor. The lower plate will be the weak spot. But if they can side scrape effectively, even reverse side scraping is possible in the Tiger P, they might have the edge here. Pip XL catching some damage.
So does Bushfall.
Coggle over angling, as is Bushcraft. Hit points have been equally traded. Grump's still about 300 ahead. Eduardo looking to get crossfire, and Warrenetta doing a good job of keeping him out of the fight. Coggle getting double teamed here. Bushful of Bacon rotating in potentially in place of Coggle.
Eduardo again bouncing there. It's really good stuff. He's angled really well in that IS.
He is, but the other two are bleeding hit points too easily.
They're rotating well, Bushful of Bacon and Coggle here.
Yeah, and you can see Coggle's pulling the shots out. And Bushful of Bacon's going to get a flank on. He is still proxy spotted though. Will ALBAC react to this?
I'm going to switch over to Albert Bushcraft and see what he's doing. He's not
we've
aware
just
of
lost
it.
one.
He's not aware.
Pip XL's gone, and this is Bushful of Bacon coming up. They're trying they're doing a pincer move on him. Coggle and Bushful of Bacon. There he goes.
They basically it's down to one.
Eduardo, I mean, he's 1,000 HP behind, but 3 guns to 1. Gets a bounce, but he's really going to struggle to output enough damage. A lucky ammo rack though, but Coggle coming in through the rear.
He's now completely surrounded.
And it'll be Bushful of Bacon with the kill shot. Nice.
It was a ballsy move by Bushful of Bacon, but when Pip XL went, it made perfect sense. As soon as Pip XL went down. I mean, the Tiger P's DPM is just, that reload is just slightly, it's just better than the IS-2, which even on that gun doesn't pip that Tiger P. And as you can see there, really good damage being dished out by Coggle in a good position. Bled a little bit, but really held his ground.
Right, I'm just doing a little bit of admin then, and we'll talk. Can we just talk about Oscar for a couple of minutes while we're just going? So, as you all, some of you may know, some of you may not know, Oscar, I did the live stream for back in February, where we're looking. He's got leukemia. He's got T-cell leukemia, and we had to do a live stream to try and find him a stem cell donor, which we did, and it was successful, and everything was going great. But unfortunately, back in the end of August, tests were done on him, and it was discovered that the actual the leukemia had returned again. So let's just add in this person onto the ALBAC list, right? And as the in the NHS in the UK, they are only able to do 1 stem cell donation per year, and they estimate that Oscar's lifespan at the moment it probably wouldn't reach a year before it became too critical. They have said that there was some T-cell therapy, the NHS have said, that's done in Singapore, which is the treatment that they recommend to do, but it's not available in the UK. So, but unfortunately, we have to raise a lot of money to get him over there to have this special operation. It's going to be costing £500,000, and there are events going on all out through the country at the moment. There's a couple of friends of mine that are doing a 1,000-mile bike ride from Land's End to John O'Groats, and doing a bit more along the way as well. And they're into day 2 of that at the moment, and they've raised nearly £10,000 for.
Wow.
So there's loads of things going on. I think the last total which I looked at, we were up to in just over 2 weeks. This city of Worcester, where I live and where Oscar lives, we're up to nearly £400,000. So as a community, it's been absolutely amazing.
Oh, it's incredible! Yeah.
Oh,
and ironically, I'm also from Worcester.
He is. Which is bizarre, really. And in fact, the cancer charity, which is supporting Oscar's family, they're based in Kroll, where you were born, I believe.
Absolutely. And you'll see, guys, throughout the stream, the moderators, especially Kay, a big hand, by the way, to all the moderators on the stream. They're doing fantastic stuff behind the scenes, and they never really get that much of a shout out. And they keep the whole thing running, to be fair. You can see Kay there. She's putting up the links every now and then, where you
yes,
can
please.
donate.
If we could all donate, if you can donate, every little penny will help.
And if you look in the write-up of the stream as well, under all the bump, where we're saying what it all is, there's also the link there to the donate page also, guys.
Okay, so we're going to be going into the 7v7s now, and this is going to be on Supremacy. And the first map is going to be Canal, which is a lovely map. I love Canal. So what are you sort of expecting from this, Swarm?
Well, for me, Canal 7 versus 7, at tier 10 at least, it tends to be, the meta is, from each spawn, you try and get 2 caps. Whoever gets the cap advantage falls back into defensive position, and whoever didn't get it has to then crack that defensive nut. There's a lot of efforts trying to reset the enemy capping B and C, but at tier 7, and tech tree tier 7, different vehicles, different options, different considerations. I might be, part of me thinks, a team that kind of takes a very mobile lineup, goes for a quick cap on C and D, or B and D, might be able to then out-trade at range. I think the view range mechanics, camouflage mechanics could be crucial in this match. Heavy tanks can get caught out in the open quite easily. The city environment is in the middle. There's lots of opportunities for crossfire.
Absolutely, I couldn't disagree. I couldn't agree more. No, honestly, as Roland says, when you look at the tier 10 tournaments like the Pro Tours and the Challenger Tours, you will see that the teams desperately try to get those 2 caps early. And unlike in the quick tours in the lower tiers, where you generally get the big fight around the D cap, in the top tours, they generally do generally go to the A cap and the B cap, or the C cap and the D cap, and then defend. And you always get a push somewhere. With these type of tanks, in this lower tier with the mobility, we may see more quick tour style coming out.
Yeah, and that's actually, that's a very big point. Like what we saw even in the 3 versus 3s, the difference between a Tiger P or a Black Prince or whatever, compared to like an LTTV, the hit point pool isn't massively different. The kind of like there's less of a gulf in terms of light tank versus heavy tank than there is at tier 10.
Yeah.
So you won't find yourself on a massive back foot if you go 7 mediums. Whereas in tier 10, if you go 7 mediums, you could be 3,000 or 4,000 HP behind before you even start.
No,
so
it's gonna be different. It could be an interesting one, this.
And in Luxor is in a T29. I'll be the first person that takes a T29 is going to be like, I'm going to be their spiritual supporter, because I really believe the T29 with the consumable could be a fantastic choice for this kind of this kind of matchup, a 7v7 team game rather than a random public match. And that's something in general. Reactive armor, I think people are constantly, we're still underestimating how significant it can be to have a 20% reduction on all incoming damage for potentially 20 seconds if you take the alternative 9th slot equipment. So rather than your consumables recharging slightly faster, they last slightly longer. So if you can drop reactive armor and adrenaline, you've got a DPM buff and effectively a hit point pool buff. It's like slapping an extra 20% of HP on your tank, admittedly for only a short period of time. I think I don't know. I think if you run enough of those, that could be really handy in a brawl, and especially on this map, over the D area and even up towards the slopes, up towards A. There's loads of places for tanks to operate hull down, and the T29. The T29 it's the vehicle I learned what hull down even was back in 2014, 2015. I was grinding up my first tech tree lines. Was going out into the middle of the open field, getting shot to pieces, going, what am I doing wrong? And then I was in the T29. I remember it crystal clear as day. I must have been still below 1,000 battles. I was in the T-29. I was on Falls Creek, the old Falls Creek.
Oh, yes.
And I was behind this berm. And the enemy were pushing up into me, and there was just shots ricocheting off my turret left, right, and center. And I was like, I am like a god. This is amazing. And that was when it clicked that in some tanks, the turret is really well armored. Even though the chassis might be made out of wet paper, if you can hide that wet paper, you can operate, and the T-29, good gun, loads of damage output. So for me, yeah, this could be some nostalgia.
but it's a good point you make, because I don't think everybody yet is convinced on these new consumables. And as we've seen in the Pro Tour, in the recent tours, the new meta, they're really loving the 215B.
It's not a complete replacement of the IS4 and the maps, but it's got so much utility. There's a niche, and it's found it quite well. But it looks like we're getting ready.
Yep.
Okay, we're almost ready then. So everybody's readied up except me.
And Bush
Oh
for
no,
the
Bush
bacon.
for the bacon.
Yeah, we're just waiting. Do you want to reset the scores, Ian?
Yep, I'll do that. So
Just go through the tanks. Good,
Okay.
good selection of Tigers there, P's and normal.
there's a couple of
T29s.
ones.
Ooh, and a
All
couple
T29s.
of light tanks.
Okay, well,
Interesting.
we're ready. So I'm going to ready myself up to give them warning, and let's get this going.
Well, the tank selections are quite varied. We're not seeing what we suspected, which was leaning all towards mobility. ALBAC are the more mobile force, bringing 3 lighter elements to the table. Grump with only the M41 Bulldog. They're relying on a core of Tigers with the SU-152. That's an interesting choice. A Coggle in the TD. What are you seeing, Fujit?
It's going to be an interesting one, as you said. I'm thinking that the Alba guys with the Comet and the LTTB are going to have that mobility, and they're going to look to get that early cap at D. And
Okay, it all looks as if it's going to happen round D and C anyway.
Well, keep an eye on
look at
Coggle
this
because he just put 375 into Kill Warrior.
Yes, he did.
That's as I said, I always expect to see Coggle in a TD, and he loves his big derpy TDs.
But the
Well,
Alba
he
guys have
delivered
got,
with
they
style.
have got the cap advantage at the moment. They're getting the points quicker.
Actually, ALBAC could be in trouble here. They've got 4 tanks on the left, well, basically on the A side, but we're seeing 3 going into 4 here. ALBAC might be in trouble on D. We can see Draco getting rushed to Tigers.
He's being absolutely focused. He's in a bad position. He
He's
needs to
gone,
get out of it.
actually,
and
yeah.
he's down.
And that's
Smeaty
a
needs to get out of there
win.
now.
Big win for Grump because now they've picked up the cap lead and they're also safe on D. ALBAC have got tanks in the middle crossing through to the C side, and that's Pip XL and the T29 could get into an effective position here.
But Smeaty
Eduardo
is
getting
very
shots into
isolated.
Luxor.
And that SU-152 over on that hill is a concern.
Well, Smeaty,
Yeah.
well spotted. If he pops any
And
minute
he
now,
is. Oh, the
Coggle
SU's
fired.
focusing the other way. He's lucky, very lucky there.
but Smeaty is now actually going to get caught out because he's 2-on-1. He's totally overexposed.
Well, really, I mean, he's 3-on-1. To be, if Moronetta gets the call to go and join him, they can clean him up easily. That's not a good move.
Moronetta doesn't even need to turn around.
Smeaty's determined to get that cap. It's been reset though, and
It's
now
not
he's going to
happening.
get punished for it. Which means we've got the rest of the Albert guys over here at the C cap.
Well, now look at Luxor 10. This is the T29 in its element.
Absolutely.
Red number 3, he's hull down. He's able to defend C quite comfortably. He can spot up targets for the guns behind him.
And he's
It's a
not going to
great
get
place.
penned. It is a great
Well,
place for him.
he might. I think he needs to be a little bit more. If you look at the slope he's on, he needs to be a bit more over to the right. He's actually picked quite a steep gradient here. And Pip XL opposite numbers in a similar position. Blue number 4. You can see Pip XL is taking a better approach to operate
Yeah.
hold down.
Oh, look
Nice
at that
bounce.
bounce there.
Well, you can see there you got the two tigers. Well, Bushful of Bacon's now moved, but you had the two tigers just covering, just in case they came towards the sea cap.
Well, Bushcraft bounced Coggle. He is in a bit of trouble though. He's got Warrenetta getting side shots.
Oh, there's a push coming down the
pushing
middle.
down the middle. And Coggle's looking for that kill shot. He's got the red myth.
Oh, Krieg's
the hungry
veterans with one
eyes.
shot. Oh, but he manages to get him just before. That's a big blow.
Eduardo not able to finish off Krieg's. It's a 3. Well, this one is in the bag.
Krieg's is
They've got
finally gone, but
big gun and a big hit point advantage for Grump. Alba C, I don't think they can come back from this one.
no, I think Eduardo's about to go. I mean, yeah, there we go. So we've just got
Yeah.
Pip XL and Kill Warrior. Pip XL's in a good position, but you can see the points. I mean, the points are just stacking up now for
And he's going to get pincered. Bushful of Bacon coming up behind. The M41's really impressed me. The DPM on this thing, and it absolutely flies across the map.
Look at it
and you
go.
can see totally beating the turret traverse on Pip XL, getting
Is
a
it-
shot in through the back.
Kill Warrior's
Is
over
he
here
running
at the
the
back.
autoloader? He isn't, is he? He's running the standard 70s. The other gun.
Yeah, he's running the standard gun.
Yeah.
But it just reloads. I mean, it looks like a 3.5 second reload.
Excuse me. Yeah. I must admit, I haven't played the Bulldog since it was released. I sort of rushed through that one.
You can see. I mean, unfortunately, they lost Draco very early there. There was a good push
Yeah,
round
that
on the
didn't help.
decap, and it didn't. It flustered them a little bit. And then Smeaty tried to retake that cap. He did well to last as long as he did, to be honest with you.
That was
I
a
mean,
suicide move to be
you never know whether it's a rogue player or if the in-game leader, the caller, has made a terrible error. So I wouldn't want to bin it all on Smeaty.
No,
that
absolutely.
tank was in the wrong position.
But Smeaty was very lucky that the SU was facing the other way, because when he popped, he had a great line in, but he was just facing the other way and concentrating on that C cap.
Also worth noting, the SU took the DPM gun rather than the Alfred, going for a better gun handling rather than smashing something for 600 hit points.
Ah, right.
So we just need to change the spawn points, and we're still on Canal.
I think I've swapped the spawn points, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Right. Well, I'll be just with you 2 seconds. It's been done. Okay.
Well, we've seen no
Right,
changes to the Grump lineup, tank-wise.
We've got an LTTB now.
Oh, no, we have Bushful of Bacon, yes.
That's
so they've
interesting.
They've dropped one of their 4 Tigers. I think it's a Tiger 1 or a Tiger... Well, one of the Tigers changed for an LTTB. Everyone else still in the same vehicles.
And then we've got a bit of a changeover on the other side with Kill Warrior going in that T-34 to 2G.
Okay, let's go then.
Grump uniform with the
Ooh,
twisted
do
season
like
avatar.
that. I do like that.
It scores points with me for sure. A bit of coordination. If they can do that and have the same camo. Oh,
Well, yeah, they're running the clan camo.
They are. Looks like it.
oh, they are indeed. Well, that Grump, they've won my heart. I can't ask for more from a team than that. And taking a T29. Oh, there's no.
So we've got some good
Bushful of
movements
Bacon in
here.
the LTTV.
Bit of a change. Bush
Yeah,
doing
he's playing it. Look at this. He's actually facing. He's ready to run away, and he's moving. He's sensed he needs to get out of dodge, and he's done it at the right time. Draco might spot him up. Nope.
No, he's going to get away with that. And as you can see, look at the rest of the Grump team. This is a good tactic. This is what we normally see in the bigger in the top tier games.
Yeah, this is nice. Luxar is going to go play hull down out of kind of the pit of death towards Alba C is spawn. Grump with a 6 cap point lead.
Yeah.
The Tiger P Undecapes. Well, that's a difficult name. Hull down on B. Now Grump, this is your classic. This is classic Canal
Yes.
tournament strat.
Yeah. And you can see that they've got the options of pushing either to D or through to the C cap. They're spotting them up, Pip XL and 00 and 007 there. So this is good stuff by Grump, to be fair. Not
And I
too bad
love
from
the
Alba,
position
though.
that
Alba's also
that
got a good
Coggle's in.
defense.
Look, Coggle's got the big dirt gun now.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. As I said, Coggle likes his dirt.
He's changed gun. It's the same tank, different gun. No damage
There
inflicted
he is,
yet.
just out of interest.
Coggle, I wonder if he's got enough gun elevation. There might be some places on the map he can't engage effectively there. But he's looking for... doesn't connect. 007 on B.
Well, we know that it's going to be Albo who needs to make the move realistically.
Yeah.
rather
They
than
need.
Grump. So it's just where they're going to make that move. And we've got Eduardo trying to get some spots up.
Well, what Grump needs to do is this is always a temptation when you get ahead, is you're looking to do damage. But at the moment, Grump, you see Warrenetta taking, he's doing damage, but at a cost. Grump want to retain hit points, want to put themselves in the best position possible for when Alba C push in. Alba C, on the other hand,
007 here seems to be making a flank move on his own, no less.
and that's bold. Coggles missed the third shot in the row. And
that's the problem with that dirt gun. If it's firing at range, it's difficult, isn't it?
I think he's going to land this next one. No, it bounced.
Oof. Oh, dearie me. But all Grump need to do is just hold it. They know that Alba have got to push.
Well, the thing is, it's that tight. It could be like a typical Pramo type tactic where you wait until about 950 points, focus on one tank, get the kill, and that will just bring you over the line.
What I might do if I were Alba C, use the Comet and the LTTB, send them both into B at about 980. You want to do it so that there's not enough time for Grump to kill your tanks that go in. You don't need to recap B. You just have to stop.
Get in it. Yeah.
No.
And that looks to be what they're doing. Smeety and Draco are rotating round. They're going to go cap stop on B. This is a balancing act.
Warrenetta's doing a... oh no, he isn't. I thought he was doing a bit of a push.
The 88900 mark now. So here comes Draco.
Oh, no. Go too soon and you'll get deleted. Draco is gone too soon.
Yeah.
He's gone too soon. He's going down. He's going down.
Smeety tries to help out, but they're all caught off guard a little bit.
Oh.
And that's going to give them the game.
That
Yeah,
is.
what you needed to do that at
That's it.
980.
No,
Yeah.
880 was a bit too soon. You needed to wait
It
another,
was, yeah.
another
Yeah.
100 almost.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
He pushed too early. Interesting battle though. That was quite a cagey affair, that one. Right, next map.
Yeah, as I said, it's what we normally see in the higher tiers. That type of tactic, interesting.
And the next map, I think, is Faust? What is it?
No, that's the decider.
Tiebreaker. Oh.
The next map is Normandy.
Oh. Well, Coggle will be in a TD. I'm gonna bet virtual, non-existent money on that, right?
Oh, of course he is.
This time he's going to hope to land a shot.
I mean, to be honest, I think I'm expecting him to switch guns now.
Yeah.
He really struggled in that last game. Although it depends how they're going to use it, because on Normandy, there is scope for the TD to kind of sit, wait for the tanks to kind of get close, and then you kind of hit them very hard at mid-range, pull back, reload, and repeat. The problem on Canal was he was, really engaging at maximum range, and the dispersion at 100 meters plus was killing him.
And you're also right though. I mean, with that gun in that position, he doesn't really have the elevation. It's a difficult position with that gun where he was to get the shots hitting nicely, especially as you say with the dispersion as well. Not ideal at range, but when they do connect, generally it does hurt.
Well, you saw 007 on B was kind of pushing that flank. Coggle wasn't hitting, and then Coggle bounced the front. 007 on B pulled back, and then didn't move for a very long time because he would have seen you've just bounced 600 damage, and I thought, oh, hang on.
Absolutely.
Hang on, I don't feel like going out there again.
There appears to be a lot of mobility on the ALBAC team this time. If you're looking at their setup.
Wowzers.
Well,
they're running 2 T-34 ones, a Comet, an LTTB, a Type,
2 LTTBs.
A T-17. Yeah.
Wow.
And just the one heavy.
Well, look for the hit point difference here between Grump and Alba. I think Alba might try and play the beach.
I think, yeah, absolutely. Right, well, they're ready, so I'm ready. Let's go.
Grump with the quadruple Tiger Core, T29 SU, and Warrenetta back in his beloved M41 Bulldog.
Yeah.
And he's played so well in it the whole series.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, he's been the eyes of the team.
And he's got a great camo on it as well. So. Yeah, he's got the Area 52 on it for this map as well. No, he's switched up for the clan camo. Now look at the hit points are actually not that far. It's only 1,000. It's about a.
It's a tank.
It's 100. It's 1,100.
It's a tank.
About 100.
Look at this. I mean, they're not going the beach, which is surprising. You're going to get Eduardo sneaky capping the A. They're going to take the cap points first, yes. Got Coggle in the TD position, overlooking. Just needs those spots. Nobody's spotted yet, apart from.
He's got the dirt gun. Coggle has got the dirt gun.
That's going to be interesting to see what 007 and Eduardo do here.
First hit.
Well, now notionally, Alpha C have got the cap lead. They've got A, they've got B. They will lose D, but that's carved them out a nice hit point advantage. Big hit into Kill Warrior.
Oh, there's 2 hits there. Smeety taking a hit as well in the LTTB.
They don't know where the SU is yet. They think they do, and you can see that Warrenetta is trying to find him up in the farmhouse area, but he's not there. You can see Draco.
Well, bushful of bacon. Bushful of bacon rotating round.
Interesting stuff here.
They're
Pip XL is going to find him. There we go, they found him.
Don't do it.
They're focusing him.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And Coggle's gone down.
That cost them a lot of hit points, but they have cleared a gun.
And now they're going to focus on Bushful of Bacon. There are 3 tanks on one here. They could get away with this.
Alba C playing well. Smeety rotating in, protecting Pip XL. It's a 2-gun advantage to Alba C.
Now they could put on UK. He should be really their next target they're looking for, I think.
The Eduardo here trying to spot them up.
And Draco took a massive hit then.
Yes, he did. He's down to 76.
Yeah.
Now Grump are playing. They've got 3 caps to 1. They're behind by about 120 cap points.
But the gun's down.
Yeah, it looks like great hit point protection by Alba C. They're keeping their low
focus fire there.
And Axter in trouble. He's looking for Kill Warrior. Won't get it.
Smeety will get him, I think.
Yeah. Yes. It's now a 6-on-3, but the hit points are in favor. 3-on-5 hit points in the favor of Grump by about 2,000. It's a 3-on-4. Grump pulling this one back. 1 low hit point tank killed at a time. And Warrenetta, full HP, is going to be running. Great shot on the move into Eduardo. And Smeety in trouble. Luxar in the T29.
Oh, Smeety's not
getting a critical bounce. Can he get the turret traversed? Yes, he can.
Wow, it's now 3-on-3, but look at the hit point pool. And look at Warrenetta pushing on Eduardo.
It's a solid performance. A solid performance by Grump. Turning this one round as quickly as they have.
007 trying to come into Hound.
Warrenetta,
that T29
playing
really
such a
hurting
vital
him.
role in that game. 1 medium, racking up lots of kills. Oh, 1 light tank, sorry.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just fantastic playing that Bulldog. I mean, he's played that tank fantastically.
3-0. That's it. Yeah.
Wowzers.
Grump win.
Oof. And a clean sheet. Well, 3-0 in
3-0.
match series. Yeah.
In match series 3. Absolutely fantastic performance by Grump. They really steamrolled it. Let's go and jump over and see if they want to do the 3v3s as a showcase, or we call it a night.
I'll go and find out. But I mean, Warrenetta there in the M41 Bulldog, he's
Let
played
me just jump in
spectacularly
and have a
in
chat to
all
them
the
and see what they want
games.
to do.
To be fair,
Okay.
he's really played that tank well tonight.
Are you still there?
I am. Hello?
Fujit? No.
No.
We've lost him.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Can't hear you, Fujit.
Ah! Discord! Discord! What are you doing to me? Hang on. Why am I not here? Hello? 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 I can hear rolling, but nobody can hear me. Disappeared. Why have I disappeared? Ah. Oh. Bear with me. They can't hear me, but can they?
Fujit can hear me, but I can't hear him. Oh no.
Let's have a look at the stream to make sure that you can still hear rolling. I think you can still hear rolling on the stream. Oh, this is what happens with my Discord. Odd. Well, we're just waiting to find out from Ian what the guys are going to do next. He's just popping in. Yep. So I'm just getting just a few issues with Mike, apparently. Don't know why. It's, the guys can't hear me on Discord, but I can hear them. Hopefully you can hear them. But as we saw there, I mean, as I said, Ian's just finding out what's going on. I'm trying to make sure that everybody can still hear everybody. You can still hear me, I know that, because my bar is moving up and down. Don't know if that's the end yet, just waiting on Ian. Although he's not going to be able to hear me, I don't think. There's a mic problem or a Discord problem at my end. But Rollin is... Apparently I've broken the Discord again. I don't know how that's happened. But that was fantastic stuff. It was great to have Rolling join us there. He's had a busy last 10 odd days with the Pro Tours. It's been a heavy schedule for him, doing all 3 streams basically on the Asian, followed by the EU, followed by the NA server. And take it from me, I mean, that is a
right.
tough
We're
schedule.
back, and we're running through.
Okay.
Oh, I don't seem to have any voice.
No, you do. It's me who doesn't have voice.
We seem to be running Discord issues.
Yes.
Discord is playing up.
I'm just letting Ian know what's going
Somebody's muted the main channel. No,
on.
I don't know what's going on here.
Hang on a minute. I'm trying to make sure that...
No.
So Ian can hear me. He can't hear me, sorry. I can hear Ian. You can hear Ian when he talks.
Fujit, we can't hear you at the moment.
That's correct.
Okay. Guys, we seem to have a little problem then with the Discord server. It seems to be playing up just when we don't want it to. So we're going back into the 3v3s, and it's just me at the moment.
Well, I am here as well, but they just can't. Ian can't hear me on
Okay.
Discord. Unfortunately.
So have we got Rolling Swarm back in? Or so you had to leave? Well, I was just dealing with the others. Fujit's back.
I'm back as well. I'm here.
There you go. Well, that was very strange. Right, well, we've set up and we're ready for Canyon. I'm just going to reset the scores. Okay, we're good to go then. That was a bit weird there.
Did we get Fujit's mic working, or?
No, not yet. You still
I'm
can't
not
hear
really
me.
sure. It doesn't sound like it
No, you can't hear
at
me,
this
but
stage.
I can hear all of you.
So I think we'll just have to roll on and
Yep.
see how we get on. So if Coggle can get readied up. I'll
You
just
can
see-
be
switch
heard.
them. Okay.
You can all be heard, funnily enough.
Now the question is, who's going to commentate, me or Fujit? Because we can't do both if we can't hear each other. Let me.
Okay, we're good to go. So, right. So this time we're going on to Canyon this time, and it's back to the 3v3s in encounter. And I don't appear to have anybody with me at the moment, which is interesting.
Everybody is
you
with
are
you.
Swarm, are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so
I'm still here.
Okay, so we're looking at, we've got Coggle the Creef in a Comet, Bushel Bacon in Tiger P, and Warrenetta in the Tiger P as well.
Okay, getting into it now. On to Canyon. Interesting use of the AMX M445 by Albert 007 on B. But I don't often see that tank. But the double LTTBs could be quite effective here.
It's got a great pad, the AMX M45.
Oh, nice play by Kill Warrior and Smeety.
That is just, but that's a good position though for the Comet in that position.
Well, he was in a good position, but they anticipated it. Smeety getting into position to get crossfire on Coggle as he pushed up, and again getting pipped. And I think he's running the top gun, but this area here is flat enough for him to get the gun down.
Which is surprising, because that's only got 5 degrees of gun depression, and if he, I don't know if we're running that top gun for that extra 6 mil of pen is worth it, to be honest.
Well, I mean, with enemies like the Tiger P, maybe Coggle's taken an absolute beating. He's had to pull back.
Yeah.
And Smeety's coming in unspotted, looking for Coggle. Warrenetta.
Well, they're doing a push round onto the M4 now.
That could be a good call. 007 on B gets a good shot into Coggle.
Oh, Coggle's done.
And now Bushful of Bacon is the call. Alba C are just going to focus that Tiger P down, then move on to the next. Smeety and Kill Warrior double tapping 007 on B and the AMX M445 going down. And now Smeety and Kill Warrior up against Warrenetta. Warrenetta's had a fantastic evening so far. It ain't over yet.
All they got to do is get behind, get opposite him, and just keep the tap going on. It's a better performance from the boys this time.
Yeah, look at Kill Warrior. He's actually he's side scraping. He's forcing Warrenetta to have to track him, and it's costing Warrenetta DPM. And Kill Warrior should be able to pick up the shot here.
And that's
left. He's left with 7 HP.
Wow.
See, great commentating from the guys. Didn't need me at all.
And Albert C with a strong opening gambit.
That taking that first hit there was brilliant.
Yeah, the Comet losing 417 HP right off the bat. Really put Grump at a big disadvantage. And Smeaty with the sneaky flank in under the archway. At the same time, the AMX barreled in over the top. Grump on the back foot the whole game.
Yeah, and they're going for their what I would thought would be a more typical sort of role for Grump in this time. You got Coggle back in his beloved Durf, and 2 Tiger Peas. A lot more armor and a big gun.
And they will suffer in terms of mobility and view range here, though.
Yeah.
That has to be pointed out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, if ALBAC can work as a really tight unit here and really push on and look for the weak for Coggle, they could and get behind him quickly. Then that could go in their favour.
Oh no, Warrenetta's in the M41.
Okay.
That's a good call.
Yeah, he's been brilliant in that tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. That is, if we're gonna pick a player and a tank MVP, I think Warrenetta in the M41 Bulldog has to seal the deal.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's go.
Same lineup by LBC.
Yeah.
Changing.
Are they going to do the same tactics though?
Well, now the Comet from Grump got punished on the central area. Warrenetta might be able to avoid the same fate in the M41 Bulldog. I would bet money that LBC will be looking to rinse and repeat the strat, getting damage in on the central area. Although, yeah, they're sending Kill Warrior to the middle. At the same time, but Smeaty's been spotted. That'll deny him the element of surprise.
Yeah.
Kill Warrior narrowly missing the shot over the top.
But that Bulldog has got such good spotting potential, and with that light tank camo, it can really be quite effective. Oh yeah, absolutely, the speed. Is it much faster than LTTB?
Oh yeah. I think it's the traverse and the terrain resistance numbers. I think it's quicker off the mark. The LTTB's probably got it beaten in straight line speed.
Oh, I don't know about being in the water though. And
now in a brawl here, Smeaty could have Warrenetta, although I don't know about the DPM. It looks like the
I was going to say
M41.
the DPM is much better on the M41, isn't it?
I think Warrenetta is going to toast Smeaty unless there's some support coming in, and there is. Ooh, Kill Warrior misses, but Smeaty lands a 2-4-2.
On the other side, though, Noob in the M4 has really been focused, and he's going to go down.
Well, he's gotten over the ridge, and Kill Warrior's round the back of Coggle. Bushful of Bacon and Coggle looking for shots.
And Coggle's
Smeaty
down.
blocking Kill Warrior. But now Bushful of Bacon has got more hit points. He's got
there's
twice as many hit points.
Two one-shots there, and there you go, one of them's down. It's up to Kill Warrior to keep distracting here.
He's got a 2-1 HP advantage. Smeaty and Kill Warrior are going to have to engage intelligently. And that's a good start, but Smeaty may be biting off more than he can chew. Bushful of Bacon missing the shot. That's narrowed up the hit points considerably. Kill Warrior taking a hit. Smeaty getting in the backfield. This could be the nail in the coffin. Smeaty hitting the turret. Bushful of Bacon doesn't have the traverse numbers. Getting danced around. Can he find Kill Warrior? He can, but Smeaty's got a clean shot on the back.
And blimey. So 2-0 to ALBAC on Canyon. Very good. Very, very good.
No, there's no cable unplugged. It's Dubai. Welcome to Dubai.
So, next map. What's the next map? I can't remember what I said was the next map was going to be. Ooh. Let me just look up on the file.
The thing is, you can hear me, you can hear them. They just can't hear me through Discord.
Done Canyon. So the next map is Temple.
Oh.
seen quite a bit in Tier 6 tournaments, but not in encounter mode.
Yeah, I'm still here. It's just they can't hear me. You can hear all of us. It's just that my Discord
Okay.
won't let me communicate with them for some reason.
Lost Temple. We don't see this. Yeah, we don't see this in the Tier 10 meta because it was taken out from rotation a while back. Wargaming's justification being that it was just too small for Tier 10, and basically the map design and balance wasn't geared up for the higher tier vehicles, and it wasn't just taking out of tournament rotation; it was taken out of several maps were as well, actually. Copperfield.
Yeah. I think still though it's used on Tier 6 tournaments.
Yes. Yeah, still, I think you can play this up to Tier 7, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about Tier 8. But I think up to Tier 7 you can still play it. So it should be quite an interesting map to see how it's handled.
A lot more mobility in Grump this time. They're running a Bulldog and an LTTB this time. And we've got an offline player in.
Ooh, no.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, he's back. He's not offline.
Just what you need, isn't it?
It's hilarious. They can't hear me.
I'm interested to see how the SU-152 will be used.
It looks to me as though like they're going to go to the temple. They're going to go and contest that monument in the middle there.
I think really it's the same in randoms as well. You've got to go into the temple area. It's where both caps are. If you can get the temple, you can really dictate the pace. You've then got the option of choosing where you push down into.
Okay, we're ready. Let's go into the battle.
It's hilarious. They just can't hear me.
So, Grump really need to pull this one back to make a battle of it.
Yeah.
ALBAC could get their first win of the day.
Absolutely. There is but one victory between them, and that is the best of 5. So Grump would need to win the next 3 games back to back. And Coggle the Creef saying, "Don't be spotted." Some light-hearted banter from the SU-152.
Well, if anybody knows Coggle, South African humour.
You are listening to the real rolling. I'm the
Double
fake.
LTTB from Albert C. Smeety 99 Kill Warrior Destroyer playing on the outside. 007 on B going up the ramp. Could be looking to work hull down. Warrenetta might get caught out here. No, he's going up to the city. Bushful of Bacon has the tower. Call of the Creef sitting in the backfield. Might get caught out here. I don't know how good the SU-152's camo is. If he gets back, and you can see, and now the Grump have kind of got the city, the temple area secure, the information coming in from Bushful of Bacon, no tanks pushing through there. Coggle is anticipating the push coming up through here. Kill Warrior Destroyer has been spotted.
So the battle's going on round Warrenetta here at the moment. He's been spotted and taken a hit. I can see Coggle's going to have to reposition.
Well,
he's going to be flanked.
If he can hold there, if Bushful of Bacon and Warrenetta can get on the side, he could have got some great shots in.
Coggle's relocating.
I think that might have been premature, but actually it looks to be a good move. Alba C are moving as well.
You see Warrenetta's going towards the cap, and he's trying to get shots in there. He takes a miss there. It's a bit of a speculative.
Warrenetta, he's not having the best game. He hasn't traded effectively. He's not been able to connect with the guys from Alba C. And it will be difficult for him to engage from this temple area. Like, he's pulling out on a flat surface. I think that's the issue that he's going to have. Not much in the way of cover or elevation to shield him. And the Bulldog, it's an easy pen. And he's shooting at targets that are all quite tough.
Yeah.
To put damage into. This being probably one of the longest games we've had so far.
Well, it's been the cagiest, apart from that game on Canal, which was quite a cagey affair. Okay, so Smeet has been spotted by Bushful of Bacon, and I think he's relocating.
Well, you can see neither one of them want to overextend. Both teams relatively loose formations. You can see they're kind of keeping a split formation almost equidistant between the tanks. ALBAC slightly more adventurous in their positioning. Smeety working hull down.
Smeety needs, I think Kill really wants to come and do the push in a minute. I really do think. See, if they spot Noob over there on his own, then the Grunt boys just really need to focus him, because he's completely isolated. And you see Warrenette is coming in to join him with Bushful of Bacon. So it's all balancing into that corner at the moment.
Kill Warrior's got some nice crossfire though. Warrenette can't push in without taking crossfire.
No.
Smeety's playing hull down. You can see Bushful of Bacon hitting the ground. Will struggle to kind of find the lower plate of Smeety.
Okay, Coggle's making a move. He's going to come into the fight.
And 007's just been spotted.
Yeah. And they're waiting for him.
Well, he's now ALBAC have got Grump trapped in a bit of a pocket. Warrenette, will he get out? Yes, he will. But that's a huge hit from Coggle. 577 off Smeety. 194 Grump have got a weak link to attack in the armour of ALBAC, and that is Smeety 99.
Yeah.
Bushful of Bacon coming in, looking to shut down the first gun.
He's going to take him down. That's it, and he's down.
It has cost him some HP though. Kill Warrior now pushing in, has to get round Coggle.
He's going to take.
I don't know if he's going to do it.
No, that was close. And Noob there went for the wrong tank. He should have been shooting at Bushful to try and distract him, and he's left himself on his own there. That was a bit of a mistake, I think.
Well, now he's going to push in, try and shut down the SU. The SU
yeah, it's pointless now. It's too little, too late.
And now he's just going to get danced around by these two mobile tanks. Won't have the traverse numbers or the DPM to deal with them. It'll be 1 and 2 and done.
Well done there, Grump. You turned that round. What was a cagey affair? There was a couple of mistakes towards the end there, I think.
Well, the what I think should have happened is that the heavy tank should have come in first. Smeety took he overextended and got caught out by the SU-152, and that just swung the damage numbers round in the favour of Grump, flipped the whole scoreboard on its head. Which I guess one SU-152, it just has to land one shot, and they can turn the whole game round in a 3 versus 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, right. Well, the teams are ready. Let's move around into the fourth game.
I am still here.
Swap the spawns?
Yep, we swapped spawns.
They just can't hear me.
ALBAC now playing out of the North Spawn blue team. Double Tiger P.
Interesting.
No changes from Grump. They found a formula for this map that they're happy with.
I think they were, to be honest, I do think they were slightly gifted that match.
There was a very good connection by Coggle. That totally opened the door for them to win it. But that is the SU-152. They did get him into that position. He did land that shot on a fast-moving medium, light target, the LTTB. So there was a little bit of variance, a little bit of luck in there as well, but there was some skill in setting that position up. Grump, Red Team, Southspawn playing the outside this time round. Warren at a blind firing. Coggle camping up by a windmill. Nice position there in the corner, actually. And if ALBAC get a little bit too adventurous on the corner of the city out towards the red spawn, Coggle could have a repeat of the first game.
They're a bit. I think ALBAC personally, I think they're a bit too spread out. I think they need to be a bit more compact at the moment.
Well, ALBAC.
Here we go. They've actually compacted up, as I've said it.
But now you see all Coggle He's
Coggle's in a
ready.
position. He's ready.
He's ready.
And there he goes. And oh,
101. He's not even spotted. He didn't even have to move. He didn't even have to move. But now he is spotted. But he's going to be reloaded soon. Warrenetta getting into position. We'll be looking for the... doesn't connect. Another good hit. But it's cost Coggle a lot of HP to do that.
And he's going to be, what, 5 seconds? 3 seconds, 2, 1. And he's ready for another reload. It's...
My voice is here, okay.
Oh, and he bounced.
Great hit by Kill Warrior. ALBAC in a position if they can chase Bushful of Bacon down. Warrenetta wants Kill Warrior. Bushful has to get
Coggle's gone down.
Yeah, he went down. Didn't connect that third shot, which could be vital. It's a 2.5k to 1k HP advantage in the favour of ALBAC. They've got the gun advantage. Bushful of Bacon looking for Kill Warrior. Gets in.
And
ALBAC are the target priority. They're chasing the M41 Bulldog. The M41
I think
Bulldog's
that's the
gonna be
wrong
gone.
one. They need to be going for Bushful of Bacon at the moment. They need to rotate round and get Bushful.
Oh, Sweetie misses an easy shot. Bushful of Bacon can get saved. But it's still a huge hit point advantage in the favour of Grump. But Warrenetta...
He's pushed through the cap.
Look at this, he's just so cheeky. Striking from an unexpected angle, disengaging.
They need to get back together, the two ALBAC heavies, and they need to be working in unison rather than trying to hunt out a target.
Spot on. If they're in isolation, the mobile elements of Grump will be able to outmaneuver them. And see here, Bushful of Bacon can be moving in to get cross shots in on Smeaty. Smeaty's going to turn around to engage him, and then Warrenetta can come round and engage from the other side. But 007 on B has got full health.
I know, but they're split up. They shouldn't be split up.
Yeah, that is a critical error. And now Warrenetta's got Smeaty down to a 2-shot.
And now it's just like, man, you gotta have that time where you...
Oh, great play by Bushful. Smeaty down to Warrenetta.
The
007 looking for Bushful.
I think
Hits. He might get him. He does.
now it's all to play for, but I think they shouldn't have been as close as this.
No,
They should have been
Alba.
done and dusted.
Alba absolutely threw it away when they focused on Warrenetta instead of Bushful of Bacon. They should have just chased that LTTB to the corners of the earth, shut him down, and then rallied on Warrenetta. As it stands...
Well, at the time, with the proximity of the tanks and the way they were, definitely.
But now Warrenetta, I mean, look how much faster he is moving compared to 007 on B. Warrenetta is really hustling. And he's using soft cover to his advantage.
There's only one thing to do, though, is to get into the cap and try and force the bait to bait some shots.
Correct, that is what ALBAC have to do, is use the cap pressure, try and draw out Warrenetta. Warrenetta, he's got the hit points, he's basically a 3-shot, or a very lucky 2-shot, or an ammo rack. But he's got the leeway.
And he's spotted.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. I wasn't expecting that. So he's lost the advantage here at the moment.
Yeah, but now 007, he can't. If he leaves cap, that is a mistake.
Yeah.
Now Warrenetta has got to engage from a good angle. Oh,
and he's got the cap reset.
Great shot. 007 lined up. Warrenetta really quick on the trigger, and some good aim to penetrate the Tiger P head on like that. Warrenetta looking for a new angle. The Tiger P front plate doing its job that time round. I don't think there's enough time for 007 to win on cap here.
No, there isn't.
That reset by Warrenetta could have been
But I think if he carries on keeping the cap pressure up,
007 needs to
a
push.
draw. Now that's an interesting scenario. What will that do to the on this? Do they get a point each on a draw?
He needs to push.
I don't know. It depends on your tournament regulation.
Push him.
Normally, it doesn't result in any score.
No.
On Supremacy, it's almost impossible to get a draw.
Well,
Looks like
absolutely.
007's got Warrenetta pinned. If I were 007, I'd load HE. It doesn't get reset.
One shot in it.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
ALBAC get the lucky last minute win there.
Well, I think Warrenetta was being a good sport. He could have forced the draw.
He could have done it quite easily.
He didn't have to. He didn't have to come in for that. And that is, that's the first point on the board for Alba C.
First point on the board for Alba C. So well done to ALBAC there. They redeemed a bit of pride.
That is, yeah. Redemption. And can they, if they can win the next one, the next 3 versus 3, that will be then, they'll be able to keep their heads. I mean, kudos to both teams. It's an interesting format, and we've never really had a Tier 7 tournament.
No.
Because obviously...
It was either going to be Tier 7 or Tier 9.
I think it's very good to do these odd-numbered tiers because obviously you can bring a Tier 9 to a Tier 10 party, but it's not advised.
No. Oh, absolutely it isn't. Right, I'm just going to speak to Grump and find out what their players are, and then I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, well, Ian's off to have a chat with Grump to see who's coming in for the next one. We'll be going into another 3 versus 3. ALBAC or Alba C versus Grump, playing for pride now. Grump having won the best of 7 and the 2 earlier best of 3s versus ALBAC in quite convincing fashion. This series that we just saw, ALBAC punching back at long last. Now, as always, please do. I haven't had a look at the video format, the video description myself, but remember, this is a charity stream. We are here for the young man, Oscar, here to raise some money so he can get a life-saving procedure carried out in Hong Kong. Over 400,000 pounds sterling raised, but still needing to hit 500,000 pounds in order to go ahead. The clock is ticking, so sincerely, honestly, genuinely, any amount that you can give can make a very big difference to a young boy's life and to all of his friends, family and loved ones. We are rooting for him. We had a fundraiser earlier on. He'd had a very, very rough road over the last couple of years, and he's kept on soldiering on, much like ALBAC are doing right now, in the face of a very strong opponent. But yes, do check out the links. Do donate the money. Be generous. Dig deep.
And
Okay, we're back.
And
Right,
all the links are being rolled out by
Fantastic.
Kay, the moderator, and they're in the
what we're
description.
looking at, we're back on Canyon again.
Oh, reset the scores.
Yeah, I'm just about to.
Sorry, I am a harsh taskmaster.
No. I'll tell you what, I'm having to dance so many score, reset scores. Okay, great stuff.
Okay,
Right, well, waiting
we'll
on ALBAC to ready up.
And Pip XL in the T71, Eduardo in the T31, and
Very
Alba
mobile.
Bushcraft, yeah, the double T34 one. I was not that impressed with the T34 one when we saw it earlier on Fort Despair.
Okay.
It seemed to be lacking in the speed stakes. I'm sure, like, it's got quite a tasty alpha though for a medium. That might be.
Well, it's fairly equivalent to a T43, isn't it, in certain respects? And it can get a lot of bounces off the front.
For those
Now,
you
the question
wondering,
is, of course, is it going to be as effective as the
just-
Tigers Grump?
Okay, well, we're ready.
Oh, let's
so
crack
let's-
on.
how
Let's
dare
move on.
you, the Tingos? It's me as well. Cheeky Ting.
Still, Fujit seems to be having microphone problems at the
Oh
moment.
dear, my condolences. I know if you can hear us, we're sorry.
No, it's great stuff, mate. You carry on.
Good luck fixing your microphone.
Okay, so I'm following Luxor at the moment in the Comet, and he's going to be taking the classic position in the middle by the looks of it.
Well, that is, the Comet with the phenomenal gun depression values. Good mobility, Twister 2016 camo. Getting up to the middle will get the spot, and will probably proxy spot up the Eduardo. Might be able to get a shot off.
So. I would think so, but they're looking to get cross shots onto him. So 2 have been spotted in the ALBAC team, only 1 spotted in the Grump team.
Yeah, the Tigers are actually in a very nice. They are looking for the long shots. They're waiting for Eduardo to get a little bit overconfident and push on to Luxor. Same that with Bushcraft and Pip XL. They might be able to return that nice hit from the Eduardo, 284.
Exactly, and he took a bounce in return as well. So, so good trade in there. Good trade in there from Eduardo.
The Comet's just getting up. He's having to, because the turret's so strong on the 234-1, he's having to overexpose to
And
try
Albert
and find...
Bushcraft's trying to get into a position where he can get shots in and have protection from the 2 heavies from. Although the heavies are coming in and they're going to get behind Albert Bushcraft if he's not careful.
Yeah, Krieg.
The Tiger one.
Yeah, the Tiger one. Krieg could have a crucial role to play here. Potentially, Bushcraft and Eduardo will look to engage him. That's the track of Bushcraft. Bushcraft will push over the top. That's another track shot.
And they're focused in the Comet. So it looks like it's going to go down. And they're going to turn in and they're going to go onto the Tiger P now.
Yeah, good.
And this is really good teamwork this time from ALBAC. They're really, they've got their act together and they're working as a unit.
They found that rhythm that they were missing in the earlier matches.
Oh, absolutely.
The Tiger P now in all sorts of trouble. And now Krieg, last man standing, a 1-on-3. He's got more hit points than the 3 put together. If he can clear Pip XL, might stand a chance. Does do so. And now just the 234 ones. But they're putting out so much damage on the shot. I don't think he's going to be able to get another bounce in. Eduardo will have the rear shot.
That's it. Excellent. So again, ALBAC doing very well on Canyon.
Well, it seems like they've really they had one hell of a halftime talk. And that is a 1-0 to ALBAC in a best of 5 series. Swapping the spawns now on Canyon. Looks like Grump are going back in with the same lineup.
Yeah.
And ALBAC, well, I mean, if I were them, I'd do the same thing again, but...
Well, I think there's a saying, is there, for them?
Needs to let Batman win.
I think it's a very wise saying indeed to live by. Those are wise words. And it looks like,
okay.
Yeah, ready to go on your mark.
Let's go. See, I think the key for ALBAC is they've got to keep working as that unit. If they can get into Eduardo, they stand a chance. But I think he's their talisman, really, and he can be the one that can really do the damage and keep safe at the same time.
And I wonder, is Luxor 10? Is he gonna make the same move that he did last time? That didn't go well for him. I don't know if it's worth repeating this.
And it's the IS2. Oh, he's taken a speculative shot there. There was a double miss there.
Well, it's always worth throwing a shot out early on just to see if you can land something.
But Pipexcel is really overextended here, and he's going to get focused.
Well, maybe not, because to get focused, you can see the Tigers would have to push up the ramp. That would expose them up to the crossfire. He's actually got the rear of the enemy. He needs to come in and engage.
And he's taken a shot into the Comet.
Yeah, ALBAC, if they can hold this hill, and if Pipexcel, he says hello boys, if he can work the backfield, Grumper in a crossfire,
and they're in the middle of the pit there, and they've nowhere to hide really.
But ALBAC are out there spreading out the fire, whilst Grump are focusing on Bushcraft. Luxar looking for another shot, gets it. Bushcraft, well, if I were Bushcraft, I would have pulled back. Bushcraft
and they're
missing.
pushing in on the Comet. And misses his shot. That
yeah,
could be
Bushcraft.
crucial.
Yeah,
and
that's
he goes down.
Some relatively weak play. IS2 looking for the ram kill, doesn't pick it up. Eduardo will shut it down.
Finish down, and we're just down again to the Tiger 1.
Well, like you were saying, Ian, Eduardo seems to be the damage dealer extraordinaire. Krieg's in a position once again to potentially carry it, looking to block Eduardo from getting ground from behind him. Not able to block that 308 Alpha. Good damage being pumped out by the T-34-1 on the shot.
The Alpha on that gun is very good.
And that is probably why they bought it.
Yeah.
I had my doubts about this tank, but Eduardo's about to lock in the final kill once more. Ooh.
And I have to say, knowing Ed as I do, I know it's his favourite tank at tier 7. So
that would explain it.
Yes.
and look at that, running in at 2.3k damage on.
Basically getting over half the damage on table. 2.3 out of a total of 4.3. A very solid performance, and even Krieg locking in 1.8. But you can see the focus fire there. And Decibus and the Tiger P only really getting off less than three shots at the very most.
Yeah,
probably 2.
Right, well, we're moving on to Temple this time.
Back to Temple. Same position we were in before. ALBAC leading Grump 2-0.
Wow, 9k Death Star. Wow.
I must admit, it's very interesting to see the tier 7 tanks being brought out, played in an organised fashion.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And I think, it's nice to see a tournament with those tanks that you don't get to see them in normally.
I do 9k all the time.
No, and it's one of those things where we're so now familiar with, well, at least myself, with the tier 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like what tanks are good in tournaments, what tanks are not good in tournaments, and it's not the same as what tanks are good in randoms and what tanks are good in tournaments at tier 10. So obviously it's going to be like that at tier 7. So there are tanks that maybe you wouldn't see being as so strong in random match, but when you throw them in with an organised team, it's like, oh, hello.
Yeah,
seems to be working really well.
Well, the teams are ready, so let's get going.
And ALBAC, they found the magic formula, and Grump keeping the same lineup that they had before as well. I'm not sure the Comet it's really struggling to find its mark on the T-34-1. The T-34-1 with the Alpha and the good turret and front plate seems to be putting the Comet in a bit of an awkward position.
I think the Comet, to make full advantage, really needs to use these hills to the maximum here and get that gun depression and bring that into play.
Wow, Luxar's
And
going to
again,
get spotted.
it's Eduardo. He's coming up against Luxar in the Comet. He seems to be he's the point of the spear, and he's, really pushing front. And Bushcraft's looking to get into the flank position.
I think he's doing great as a commentator.
Now Luxar's in trouble. Bushcraft will get a shot in.
Not necessarily. Bushcraft got to be a bit careful because the 2 Tigers are coming in to take a flank position on him.
Now the Comet, ALBAC, they've got to go now. They've got to go. They're going, but they don't.
They've got to push together, and they haven't. Eduardo's gone on his own. He's seen the danger from the Tigers. Oh, and he's been caught on fire. Luxar.
big damage numbers getting put into the Comet. Pipek still in the IS-2, getting into another kill shot, but Luxar's
Luxar's going to go down here, and he's down. But he's
it's
got a lot of damage into Eduardo.
And there's a big hit point advantage for Grump, and Eduardo's been taken down to a one-shot. Krieg's looking for the kill shot on Eduardo. Pipek sells down. Bushcraft has been a little bit passive this game.
I'm just interested to see if Bushcraft had any issues with connection at time, because he doesn't seem to be doing much.
What, like me?
But he's definitely in the fight now.
He's definitely back in the fight, but he needs to get in and take a front position with Eduardo, or draw the team away from Eduardo so Eduardo can just snipe from the back.
Well, they're in a good position now because the enemy team can't push on him without the crossfire coming in from Bushcraft. But now he's opened up the floodgates. Eduardo's got to get round. I think Krieg might be able to line up a shot. No, he's not. But now Krieg's unspotted. He's going to go up onto the hill. Dekebes knows the rush is coming. Bushcraft is going to come around the corner first. Bushcraft needs to take the hit. He does.
And he bounces off the front plate, but Eduardo connects.
And now Bushcraft will take another hit. Bushcraft has to land this kill shot. He absolutely has to. Eduardo does, but now Krieg is in position to roll in over the top. Huge. But is Krieg stuck?
He is.
Oh no. But he's still connecting with Bushcraft. Bushcraft just needs to find a position to engage from. Krieg is very stuck. Bushcraft might be able to... If Bushcraft is to come round here, Krieg might not have the elevation to engage him.
He shouldn't be able to get him from there.
Oh no, Krieg! Yeah, Krieg.
He can't get the gun up.
He is stuck. The exuberance, the folly, going in for the ram kill.
Wow, what a way to finishing it. And ALBAC there getting a 3-0 win to finish it off. So, wow, what can I say?
Rounded up nicely.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say thank you to both teams for taking part tonight. It's been absolutely epic. I've enjoyed every second of it, and well done to both teams. And of course, the main reason why we're here tonight is to support Oscar. If you can donate any money, the link is in the description where you can go. It's a Virgin giving page. All the money is going towards Oscar. If we do, for some remarkable reason, reach the total, which hopefully we will do, and any money is left over, then it's going to the Grace Kelly Child Cancer Trust, which is based in Fugit's home village of Kroll in Worcestershire.
Yay!
So, Rolling Swarm, what can I say? And Fugit, thank you for hosting this tonight.
You're welcome.
Rolling Swarm, your skills are just immense, and you are absolutely the best commentator I've heard doing Blitz tournaments.
You are too kind, but there is no place I'd rather be on a Thursday evening than helping out a cause like this one. So thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So I don't know if Fugit can intercede anymore or not.
No,
but if not, then we'll call it a day on that. Thank you for everybody to coming in and jumping in and supporting this, which was a bit of an experiment. And if you like it and you want to see this tournament format again, if we get enough likes, come on to Oscar's Discord server, give your opinions about it, and maybe we'll do it as a community event in the future, because I think it could be absolutely a fantastic tournament.
Oh, I think that is a cracking idea. I'm 100% on board already.
Brilliant.
Same here.
Okay,
even though they can't hear me.
Time. But anyway, it just leaves to say thank you, good night, and hopefully we'll be doing a few more streams out in the next few days. I think Aminette and I are talking about setting something up fairly soon, and Bushka wants to do a stream as well. So
brilliant.
Watch out for the latest news on the Oscar Discord server. The link is in the description below. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thank you, mate. And just before I close the stream, big thanks. They can't hear me. Big thanks to Rolling Swarm.
I don't know if
for jumping on.
We might still be live. We might not be if we do it.
Yeah.
And a massive thanks for Ian for
Let's see if I
arranging
can
all of this.
message
I saw some of the comments earlier about Christian. I know what you're saying. However, Meadsy has been heavily involved in this from the get-go, by the way.
That was a great event, mate. That was really good.
And you can still hear them talking in the background. Don't stress that.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
really enjoyed
brilliant.
it, and yeah, it's
As they said,
it's nice to do something good like.
As they said, that it's all here about Oscar. It's not about us. It's about Oscar. Tonight's tournaments were showcase tournaments. As you can see there, brilliant stuff by the mods who've been doing sterling work in the background. As always, totally underappreciated by everybody. Big thanks to all the mods. That's John O'Newman, Kay. I can't remember it. Dominator jumped on earlier. Fizzy was on. I can't remember all the mods who came on now. I'm so sorry about that. But they've been doing sterling work. Kay has been doing great work, putting the links up for what you should be hitting, which is great stuff. Guys, if you can, and it's if you can, every little helps to go towards this young lad who really has been through the mill. We did a 24-hour stream earlier in the year for poor Oscar, and the smile has never left his face, by the way. It's never left his face, despite all the adversity against him. He is always smiling, bless him. So, if you can, guys, dig in. When I looked yesterday, it was just over £350,000. It's now over £400,000. There's still lots more going on in the background. Loads of other people doing other things. We hope that we can get this over the line so Oscar can go and get his treatment in Singapore, which is, and this is not, exaggeration or anything. It really is life-saving. So, sorry, I was just listening to Ian in the background. So I'm going to close the stream now. It's been fantastic. We've had about, I can't remember, 40 odd people turning up, which is fantastic stuff. It's been a great evening. Thank you to all those who played from both Grump and ALBAC. Yeah, it would have been nice to see Meadsy jump into the Alba clan pit and see if he could get his revenge back on Batman. Who knows? Maybe next time. Maybe that's another one that we should do later in the week. Who knows? Until then, guys, I am going to close the stream now. Big thank you to everybody for taking part. Once again, big thank you to all the mods. Fantastic stuff. And it's been a really great evening. I'm sure you'll agree. Great stuff from Rolling, the top commentator for World of Tanks Blitz at the moment. Well, he's not at the moment. He's always been the top commentator. It's just been getting better. And great stuff from Ian as well. So, again, thanks, guys, for joining in. And I'm out.